Welcome back to the Mysticock YouTube channel. I just had some really amazing things happen since I did those last 12 readings. Well, actually, Spirit has guided me in creating something that would be helpful to you guys. In addition to all the readings that I did for everybody, and yes, I would suggest everybody listen to them according to your rising sign. You can listen to it according to your sun sign and your rising and your moon. You can put them all together, and that'll probably give you the bigger picture of what's going on with as this South Node is leaving Sagittarius. This is major transitions, transits, and everything like that. I mean, then we have Venus sitting on Pluto forever. Yeah, that's my ruling planet, and my rising's ruling. So, okay, that's going to be really interesting to see what is in store with all those major deep transformational things, but also wanting to bring something solid. Speaking of bringing something solid, after I did those readings and saw that all the cord cuttings, all this cleansing, all the fighting back of the negative system, because the crabs want to take you back in the barrel, right? They want to pull you back in. Say, where you think you're going? You can't eclipse out. You can't go into this new belief system, this new reality, go into your paradise and your ultimate creation of yourself. Now, not everybody's going to get to that overnight, but over the course of the next 19 years, you can get closer than your soul ever has in any other incarnation if you so choose. Yes, you can, dreamers. Now, one of the things they had me do right after I finished those readings, Spirit said, hey, they're going to need a little bit of help. Let me send you something, and this actually came through, working with my future self in the dreamings. I happen to have some of this selenite. This is plate selenite. It's not this spear selenite that you're used to. See how iridescent it reflects things? You'll see in the pictures even more. Go to my Etsy store, Mystic Hot Crystals. They're between $12 and $18. This is like an $18 one, and I'm doing it by weight. Because most of the money, is for the energy that I put into making this, right? But and if any orders over $35, it's free shipping. So then there's the medium one. You can get one for your friends. This is a small, even though they look about the same size and it's a little bit longer. It's small because of the weight. It's really lightweight and thin. Some people prefer the more thin pieces. Other people like the thicker ones. These are unisex for males, females, kids too. I wouldn't suggest a baby because they are water soluble. You don't want to swim with them in a pool, take a bath with them, have kids slobbering all over them. It's just a little salt and selenite with selenium and gypsum. It won't hurt. It won't hurt anybody. But, you can dissolve your piece. Now, the thinner ones, you have to be a little more careful because it might be a little easier to break them. So keep that in mind. There are on sale in my Etsy store. And they were given to me. Selenite is very powerful, high vibrating crystal. And it's not programmable. I mean, it can pick up some residue, but it's pretty easy to clear them off. Especially if you're in really deep, crazy, emotional, dramatic situations, I would clear them. You can put them in a bowl of salt, put them out in the moonlight, about 30 minutes in the sun. One of those things that clears them up. You can rinse them off real quick and dry them off real quick. They won't dissolve instantly like salt, but if you leave them sitting in water, they're like mica, and they'll start to flake apart. You don't want that, right? You don't want your necklace to dissolve into little flakes. Kind of looks like fish scales. I have selenite flakes all over the place for making these. I know this. So, and another thing, once you're, at night when you take it off, if you choose to not wear it at night and you have a crystal, this is thank you, God. That's what I said when I found this crystal. Very nice, very powerful Lemurian. It's a charging plate for the crystals. So they have lots of things, or you can hang it from your rear view mirror and put it in your car, hang it over a doorway, whatever you need to do, wherever you feel like the energy most needs to happen, wear it around your neck. These days and times with all the nasty psychic energy, all the crabs in the barrels and everything being thrown at us, Spirit had me move. I spent the entire weekend making these and putting them together and putting that listing up, and because Spirit wanted me to get these out and also instructed me to keep the price reasonable so that as many people as possible can have one. They absolutely ship in the U.S. Again, in the U.S., any orders over $35 free shipping. As far as the international shipping, I'm really not sure. I haven't had the opportunity to ship anything international on Etsy. I know it's available, but it probably, you'll still have to pay the shipping. And it's possible the shipping could be more than the actual item. But they do get the, some of the lowest shipping prices available. So look into that. Of course, Mr. Tito would have to start talking. I'm going to throw a few quick cards, just to check in. I just want to let you guys know. This selenite, another thing I want to say about it is like, I noticed a lot of people were like using the eyes of protection. That's really unusual. It's like being a new thing with the tarot readers. By the way, there's mine. It's a big one. That's mine. Woof. I got a big eye on you. So, but I noticed a lot of people are using them. And the selenite, I mean, this is Mother Nature's. This is from the sea, from the mother of the waters herself. Lacerine, Mother of the Ocean, Oshun, Yamanyaya. You take your pick of whatever name, Mother Mary, whoever you want to call her. This is her stone. This is purity. This is, helps you to align with your light body ascension. Notice how much light it's reflecting, helping you to reflect your light out into the world. Very powerful. I really have enjoyed using it. The people that I have given them as gifts. Part of it was starting out to make solstice and holiday gifts for people. And I've just gotten rave reviews. People really love them. They like how they feel around the neck. They like to touch them. And you do get a little bit of a salt flavor on your fingers. So that is something that you can actually hold, something that's tangible that can help you out. Yes, Mr. Tito, I know you went out. Give me just a minute here. So I'm going to do some quick cards for you guys, for the energy that goes along with these days and times as we're transitioning out of the old belief system, out of the old way of life and into a new one. What do you have to say for the collective of the dreamers? And I'm not going to get up. He's trying to pester me. No. So, see, he's being like a crab in a barrel trying to get me distracted. You're not going to do it, cat. No. So he's being like that. Let's see what we got going here. They always do this, and it has to do with, I'm not paying attention to him, or I'm talking. I think it makes him feel weird because when I talk to, he can hear other people on the phone when I'm talking to him. He's like, who are you talking to, Mom? You're just like talking to them all. No. So, let's see what we have going for you guys. What? Are you feeling distracted lately? We have Judgment. And this is the front side of Judgment where they're facing the angel. And this is kind of like Judgment Day. Are you ready to face things naked? And you see that the man and the woman, they're covering themselves. But the child, he is open because he's pure. And of course, if you feel like you have nothing to hide, there is the hawk, horse. Again, Gabriel. Saying, are you ready to rise up out of this old self, these old beliefs, this old paradigm that you created for yourself, and to ascend to the new level of who and what you came to be? And that is a creative being. God got us all that is. Infinite Spirit wants us to be infinite co-creators in this reality. They wants us to do it with joy and happiness. And of course, I don't know. I know when I was making these, when I was making the selenite necklaces, and they also have a little turquoise on there. You can read up on my website everything that these mean, but they bring calmness, serenity, clearing, helping with anxiety, helping to align us, helping to, the turquoise helps to open up the throat chakra so that we can ascend, like in the Judgment card. That is hey, okay, did you do your work? This is a time when Saturn and Jupiter are coming, like Santa Claus saying, hey, did you do your work? Let me check your papers. Your final exam papers, kind of like what it feels like. We've done the midterm. That was probably about last March or May, you know, of 2021. It was kind of like our midterms. Oh, what have you learned? Have you not learned enough yet? And it's like, okay, nope, there's a few things to work on. Go back to the drawing board. Now this is the finals, and they said, what have you really learned? What marks are you going to make at this time? Have you learned what you need to do to complete this cycle and move on to the next one? So what else? Dude, okay, excuse me. I'm going to fight with this cat. Ow, ow, ow. I would say in about half the readings I do, I end up saying, I'm not going to let that cat out. And I end up letting it out because I can't stand it. He's got the yowl voice. We do have the reverse Two of Cups, so on the night side. So reverse Two of Cups. Yeah, of course, we got all this stuff going on with Venus. There's going to be some issues with relationships, you know, and maybe what some of this judgment came about is telling us that some of these old relationships, you know, it's about cutting cords. You know, that's one of the things. Here's the big kahuna. He's the divine masculine, the divine feminine. You can't see all these cards, but the divine feminine here, the goddess of Teotihuacan, she who guards the waters of the life, right next to Viracocha. And that means, what is this? Honor the light. Honor the light. This was made by waters. Selenite is found in the salt flats where the ancient sea was. This has memory of everything that ever happened on the earth, guarding the waters, and it reflects the light. They had me to create these things, these objects for you. So it is also in honoring our light. Sometimes we have to release, cut cords with these old situations, these old karmic ties. And I know you guys have heard about them ad infinitum, ad nauseum. And this current did that, and that one did this. And the divine masculine ignored the divine feminine to go run off with the karmic. And then that one put a spell in, and then the baby's mama, mama's grandmama, sister, drunk auntie's uncle, father. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? There has to come to a time where, are you tired of telling that story? Are you tired of dreaming that dream? And when you get tired of dreaming those karmic stories and those karmic dreams, that's when we go in to purify. That's when we need the time to contemplate, to rest, to relax, to go within, to find out who we really are, so we don't get swept up under the rug, under the current, into someone else's dream and become a dreamed instead of a dreamer, co-creator in our life. And once we do that, we still have to protect ourselves from those that say, oh, you think you're all bright, huh? And even in some very tricky ways, especially during the swishing of the tail that we're going through with Rahu right now, as the South Node is leaving Sagittarius, January 19th going into Scorpio. That's a whole new set of rules. Along with Venus, the South Node going into Scorpio, Venus sitting down there in Pluto land, retrograde, burp, burp, burp. Oh boy, we're going to be going through some relationship shit. By March or May, your relationship territory probably ain't going to look the same. There's going to be, and that don't mean people are going to break up, but it's really going to have to work on how is the divine masculine and feminine working together here. Are we going to be at odds, butting heads, you know? No, these two, this divine masculine and divine feminine, are ready to work together. They're saying, we want you to work in our image, not constantly being push, pull, and power struggles like you have been. It's Judgment Day. Time to get it together, get that divine masculine feminine together, and move forward. Chariot, it's time to move forward in this new create. Look, the old reality, look behind him. It's falling apart. It cannot, the old reality cannot be anymore. Look, it's disappearing as he's going down the road, or the road is appearing as he's going. So that's kind of the same thing. That's what's happening to us right now. As we're taking steps into the new reality, the old road is disappearing. It cannot be anymore. That's how big these changes we're going through. And that would be, you know, with all this activity with Pluto and Venus going down and Capricorn too, the systems and authority. It's like relationships, old ways of doing relationships, old ways of doing our systems and government and banking. Dude. Yeah. Bye-bye. But as we trust, Infinite Spirit, show me the way. Let me know if there's anything for me to do. That's what the chariot saying. Infinite Spirit, show me the way. Let me know if there's anything for me to do. And Infinite Spirit, in the form of the divine masculine, divine feminine. I'm talking about spirit, not within us, not these games we've been talking about and every other tarot card reader been talking about. And we tired of it. All of us tarot readers that have evolved. And I stepped out of it. I did not want to be part of it. I see why now, because all the energy just got so karmic and stuff with the tarot cards. I don't even like to throw very many of them right now, but I'm going to do 2 more. Oops, I said 2, not 20. Okay, they forgot. Drop the 0, 1, 2. Okay. All right, there's 1. Emperor, it's time to become the emperor in your life. The leader. This is this fellow right here. Viracocha. He is the bearer of the light. He is the one that come up out of Lake Titicaca. Yeah, that's what it is. It's in Peru, the highest lake in the world, I think. He's the one that came up out of the light and brought people the light, created the sun, the moon, and the stars, okay? Which, we can get into that, but let's just say that's a metaphor. To bring the light, the conscious mind. She is the subconscious mind. The conscious mind is subconscious mind finally getting along and learn to work together. Once we have our own inner divine subconscious and conscious mind working together in alignment. In alignment, that's when we become the emperor. That's when we can take the emperor and the chariot and go get some things done, to manifest things, leaving behind these old ways of relating, connecting, communicating, doing things, because we have seen the light. We're tired of the karma. I know Gabriel's tired of the karma. Gabriel's really tired of being a witness. He's ready to be the messenger again. So have we learned anything, people? Yes, no, maybe? Let's hope so. We got things to do. We can't be always coming and witnessing you getting your karma. He says, I'm ready to fly. See? Time for me to fly on out of here. Have you learned your lesson or not? You're going to go back on the wheel and try another time? Or are we going to ascend past this and do something? Okay? All right. Well, we got a bonus card here. We got the Page of Swords along with the Sun card. The Page of Swords, yeah, that's a new idea. I'm not sure. That's oh, this is really unfamiliar and it's uncomfortable. Just like the chariot, things are disappearing behind me. Look, he's walking on clouds. He's practicing learning how to walk on air. He's barefoot. And it's really cold and they're icy. They're ice crystals. And he's kind of holding on. The Page of Swords, he's got his determination. I'm going to do it. I really feel a lot of forward movement, a lot of taking. It's a balance. We got the balance between the masculine and the feminine. And the balance, even though there's a little out of balance there, the balance between the masculine and the feminine, and the mind, the conscious mind taking up his light sword to move forward, even if it's shaky steps, even if it's just the first few steps, just like you know, taking the first few steps, following the divine guidance and creating something that is of value, Venus, value, and it's beautiful. They're beautiful. I've had a lot of people look at and powerful and useful and practical. Capricorn, Venus and Capricorn. Create that, and not only that, it has more than one use. It's a charging plate for crystal. Yeah. So very amazing, very powerful things. Thank you for indulging me. And I hope you all, whoever, if you can't get one from me, just any of you, I'm just trying to say, protect yourself and stay as positive and light and high vibrating as possible. That's what the Sun energy card says. I'm offering you something, some actual tangible something. You don't have to get it from me, selenite from others, but this plate selenite was very carefully brought mind and brought to you from Utah. Very clear, some really powerful stuff. So this is about standing in your light. This is what he represents, standing in your light, the light energy. After a time of going within and contemplating and seeing, you know, how the yin and the yang can work together in balance. Yin and yang, I guess that's how it's said. Okay? And then you take command and decide you're going to have a brighter and happier day. All right, there you go. Collective got the word out. Hey, meet me on TikTok. I'm going to have some fun readings. I'll fix the crank out 3 or 4 on, however many Spirit wants me to do on TikTok. Say hello to everybody and what's up. It's a little bit lighter. We have a little bit more fun over there. And I'm finally finding my balance between TikTok, this, listing things, dealing with the website. Still a lot of work to do. Just getting started on the journey just like you guys are. Or restarted on my journey with a more serious, grounded Venus and Capricorn way. Sorry. All right, there you go, people. Stay in balance and, you know, hang in there, dreamers. You got this. You got this. All right. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye now.